Hi everyone, welcome back to the Laravel 8 e-commerce tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn about add attribute option on add new product page. So let's see how can we add attribute option on add new product page. You can see here this is the all attribute page, and here there is one product attribute which is color. Now let's add one more attribute here. So just click on add new and add here the attribute size. Now click on submit, and now if I click on all attributes, you can see here there are two attributes, color attribute and size attribute. Okay, now go to the all products page, and now just click on add new, and you can see here this is the add new product page. Now here after this subcategory, let's add here a attribute option. Okay, so for that first of all let's create a migration. Okay, so switch to the command prompt and just stop the running application. So just press your Ctrl+C, clear the screen, and now let's create a model and migration. So for creating the migration, just write here PHP artisan make, and write here the model name, attribute value, this is the model name, and for migration just add here -m. Now press enter. Okay, model and migration created. Now switch to the project and let's open the migration. So just go inside the database directory, then migration, and from here let's open this one, create attribute values table migration. Okay, this one, and inside this migration let's add here some column. So first add here the column which is attribute ID, $table, data type big integer, and column name attribute ID. Okay, and set here the unsigned and nullable. Okay, and then $table, another column which is value, data type string, and column name value. Okay, and also add here the product ID column. So right here $table, data type big integer, and column name product underscore ID. Alright, and add here the unsigned and also nullable, this one. And after this just set here the foreign key. So write here $table arrow foreign. Okay, and then add here the column name. So first set the foreign key for this column name. So just copy and paste here. Add here the references. Okay, inside here arrow references and column name ID of attributes table. Okay, so just write here attributes product attributes table, this one. Okay, so just copy and paste here product attributes. And also here change the column name product underscore attribute underscore ID. Okay, this one. And also change here, and now just add here the on delete cascade. Alright, now add here the foreign key for the product ID. So right here foreign, and column name, this one, product underscore ID, arrow the references on ID, on table name products. Okay, and set here the on delete cascade. Alright, now save this migration and let's migrate this migration. So switch to the command prompt and just type here the command php artisan migrate. Okay, now press enter. Alright, migration done. Now run the application. So write here php artisan serve. Alright, now switch to the project and let's open the admin add product component class file. Okay, so just go inside the app directory, then http livewire admin, and from here let's open this one, admin add product component.php file, this class file. And inside this class file, just go inside the render method and after this just fetch here the product attributes. So just write here p attributes is equal to product attribute, this model name, colon all. Alright, and now just return this p attributes to the view file. So inside this array add here comma, then p attributes arrow $p attributes. Okay, now save this file and now let's open the admin add product component view file. So just go inside the resources directory, views, livewire admin, and from here let's open this one, admin add product component.blade.php file. Okay, and inside this file you can see here this is the subcategory select control. So after this subcategories select control, let's add here a select control for attributes. Okay, so here let's copy this one. So I'm just going to copy this div and paste here and change here the text label and just write here product attributes. Okay, and here inside the for each just copy this one, p attributes, and paste here as p attribute. Okay, now just copy and paste here and also paste here. Here is id and here display the name, and just remove this validation. Okay, and change here the text select attribute. Now go to the class file and here let's create some properties. So after this just write here first create here property $attr. Okay, for attribute, selected attribute. So just bind this property with this select control. So write here attr, this one, and okay, now save this file and here let's create 3 more properties. So write here public $inputs, and this is the array, another property which is attributes array, attribute array, like this, and another property which is attribute underscore values. Alright, now save this file and first of all let's check this select controls. So switch to the browser and if I refresh the page, you can see here the product attribute select control, and inside this select control there are 2 proper attributes. First is color and second is size. Now let's create here a add button, okay, for adding the attribute to the product. So after this, just here, let's add here add button, okay. So go to the view file, and here after this div, just right here, call md1, and make this column size 3, okay, and this is 1. And inside this div, just create a button. So right here button type is equal to button, and add here the class btn info, and just close this and add here the text add, okay. Now save this, and if I refresh the page here, you can see here the add button, okay, after this select control. All right, now go to the class file, and here after this mount method, let's create a function for adding the attribute, okay. So if I select color, and when I click on add, just create here a text control for getting input for color, okay. So just write here public function and function name add, and inside this what is this add, and inside this just write here, first check here if not in array, this is a function, and just check here if not dollar this arrow, this value attribute ATTR is not exist in this attribute array, okay, this array. Dollar this arrow attribute underscore array, this one. If not exist, this value is not exist inside this array, just then execute this line of code. So here array underscore push, and just push here the attribute value inside the inputs, okay. So just write here dollar this arrow inputs, and push here the value which is inside the attribute dollar ATTR inside this. And now also write here arrow push dollar this arrow attribute array, this one, and just push here the value dollar this arrow ATTR, this one. Not dollar here, like this, okay. Now save this file, and let's copy this function name, and here inside this button add button, just write here wire colon click dot prevent is equal to this add function, okay, like this. Now save this file, and let's check again. So switch to the browser and refresh the page. And one more thing, after adding this, for creating the input control text control, just write here after this div, after this closing div, just add here the for each, and inside this for each just write here dollar inputs as key arrow value, and here let's copy any text control. So input text, let's copy this one, okay. So just copy, and inside this for each just paste here Now for displaying the label, just write here curly bracket $p attributes where column id is equal to dollar attributes array. Okay, attribute, this one, this property name, and inside this just pass here the key value $key, and then add here the first and just access the name. Okay, and also remove this placeholder and just copy this and paste here inside this placeholder, and remove this validation. Okay, and here for binding the property, just write here in wire colon model is equal to attribute value, this one, this property, dot inside the curly bracket $value. Okay, now save this file and let's check this. So switch to the browser and just refresh the page. Okay, now select the attribute. Let's select the color attribute, and if I click on add, you can see here the input text field for the color, and if I select the size and just click on add, you can see here the size control, size input text field. Okay, now let's add here the remove button for removing the input text field. So for that, go to the view file, and after this just add here a div column md1 and make this column size 3, and here let's add a button. So write here button type is equal to button, and class btn denser and btn small sm. Okay, and add here the text remove. Now save this, and if I refresh the page, just select any attribute, click on add, and you can see here the remove button. Okay, now let's create a function for removing the control. So go to the class file, and after this function just create another function. So write here public function and function name. Let's say function name is remove, and inside this just pass here the attr, this one, this is a general argument, and just write here, just use here the unset method, unset this one, and inside this just pass here $this arrow inputs. Okay, and inside this just pass here this one AWTR. Okay, and now let's copy this function name and go to the view file, and from this button just add here the action wire colon click dot prevent is equal to this function name, and inside this function just pass here the value add a double curly bracket, then $key. Okay, key value. Now save this file and just check this. So just refresh the page. Now select the attribute color, click on add, and if I click on remove, you can see control has been input text field has been removed. Okay, all right, now let's add the code for saving the attribute inside the product. Okay, so just go to the class file and just go inside the add product function, and after this let's add here first add here the for each dollar this arrow attribute values, this one as dollar key arrow dollar key arrow dollar attribute value attribute underscore value, this one, and just close here the for each like this. Now dollar let's create a variable here of value is equal to, use here the explode method and add here the separator comma then dollar this one. Alright, now add here another for each, and inside this just write here a values, this one dollar a values as dollar a value, and inside this just write here dollar attribute attribute value is equal to new attribute value, this model name. Okay, and then dollar attr underscore value, and just add here the attribute id attribute underscore id, which is dollar key, and then set here the a value, this value. Okay, so inside the value just write here tr underscore value is arrow value is equal to dollar value, this one a value, not value. And after this just set here the product id, so right here this one product underscore id is equal to dollar product arrow id. Okay, this object, product object. And after this just call here the save method, so right here this one. Okay, now save this file. Now it's done, so let's check this. So switch to the browser and okay, so let's check this. So switch to the browser and just refresh the page. And now let's create a new product here. So just add here the product name. So just write here the product name, new test product attribute. Okay, and just copy this and paste inside the short description. Enter here the description here. Regular price, let's say this one 590, and selling price 550. SKU DC, this one. In stock, not featured, quantity 11. Browse the product image, So select anyone. Now select the category. Okay, and now select the attribute, product attributes. So first select color, add color, and add here the some colors. So just write here the color name red and separated with comma. Okay, red, green, black. Okay, and now add here the size attribute, and let's say size is 24, 32, 43 and 50. Okay, now click on submit. Column not found, attribute ID. Okay, here is the mistake. So what is the column name? Let's check the column name first. So inside the database directory, database migration, and column name is this one, product underscore attribute underscore ID. This is the mistake, and column name, so just write here this one. Alright, now save this and let's check one more time. So just refresh the page. Now enter the product name, another test attribute product. Okay, copy and just paste here. Add here the regular price 700, sale price 650, SKU this one, and quantity 11. Add here the product image. Now select the category, product attribute, add, set here the color red, green, black, instead of blue. Now set the size 24, 32, 43 and 50. Okay, now click on submit, and this time you can see here the message product has been created successfully. If I click on all products, you can see here the new product. Okay, and now let's check the attribute value inside the table. So just go inside the PHP MyAdmin, go to the PHP MyAdmin and just open the database Laravel ecommerce DB and browse the table attributes value, which is this one. Click on browse, and here you can see the product attribute ID and this value. Okay, and here is the product ID. So in this way you can add attribute option on add new product page. So that's all about add attribute option on add new product page. So thanks for watching this video, and if you still have any kind of question, you can ask me in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.